Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome to the Being Beautifully Honest podcast and channel. Thanks so much for being here, for being subscribed if you are. If you're not, go ahead and hit that button. And if you're listening to this on YouTube, while you're at it, hit that like button. It's like walking into the room and hitting that light switch. We just want to go ahead and brighten up the place. So let's get into this podversation. I've been meaning to talk about this, guys. This news came out a little over a week ago, but I find it a bit comical because so many people, they just look up to and respect Sean, Diddy, Puffy, Puff Daddy, whatever his freaking name is. His name is Sean Combs, okay? You know, your mama named you Sean, I'm going to call you Sean, okay? But this news came out about him because so many people just look up to him and respect him in business. And I really don't know why. I get it. Some of the hits that were made over the years, which if you listen to, the majority of the music was just stuff that he copied. Yeah, he may have gotten permission to copy it. So yeah, he made your head bop and, you know, he was dancing in the shiny suits and all that other stuff in the videos. And, you know, like Suge Knight said, all up in the videos, dancing. I'll never forget that. Oh, my God. I'll never forget that. But, yeah, you know, he's done a lot. He's done so much over the years that just hasn't been called out enough. And because of, I guess, the connections that he has, which gives him a lot more power than a lot of those people that he has wronged have, there really wasn't much that people could do about it. He's wronged a lot of the artists that he signed to his label, Bad Boy Records. You know, some people living in the projects, some of them have, you know, passed on. A number of them have passed on. You know, some of them were like working at White Castle and, you know, it was just a lot of things. But yeah, he has been able to live this amazing, crazy, lavish lifestyle when a lot of them have been scrambling. And what's worse, in my personal opinion, just being beautifully honest, is the fact that he is an African American man. I'm assuming an African descendant of slaves, and yet you have treated people a lot of times like they were slaves and put them in binding slave-like contracts. And it's a shame. It really is a shame when people that sort of resemble you, could be family, would do you like that. So it's just horrible. So when this news came out about him and this lawsuit that he filed against the liquor brand Diageo, I mean, I felt like very well deserved that you didn't get what you thought you were going to get. And people need to stop viewing him as a great businessman, because he's not. He really is not a great businessman. He is, in my personal opinion, is just like a brand ambassador. He didn't own any of this stuff. You know, you're not a business owner. You didn't own any of these things. But I want to share these stories about this topic because I just feel that a lot of people really need to stop following him. They need to, he needs to be his age. He looks horrible. Like, I mean, he really, truly looks horrible. This man is how old at this point? And I don't see any gray hair on his head. I don't follow him, but I've seen some images of him and he really looks horrible. And so he's dating this young chick, goes by the name rapper Young Miami, and he just had a baby not long ago. He's got all of these kids. Like, he is tragic. But so many people respect him and honor him, and I don't get it. I don't understand it. But this thing with this Diageo brand is really quite comical to me. I'm going to put a link in the description box to a video by Tone Talks because he really went into depth about this. And I've been meaning to talk about this when I saw the story, but I just really didn't get around to doing it. I'm going to try to be quick about this because I could go on for a while when it comes to this, because when I see stories like this, it really just pisses me off and it makes me angry. But it ain't my life, so I'm not that deeply involved. But so many people like him, they're just pretty fraudulent in what they do, and they showcase a lifestyle. Not saying that they're not living well, because definitely they're living a lot better than a lot of us normal, regular people. But I don't believe that he has any true, real peace within himself. He can't. And he doesn't deserve to have peace. No justice, no peace. You know, because he's done a lot of people wrong. So let's get into this. So this story comes from Fortune, and it says drinks giant Diageo ends, quote, broken relationship with Sean Diddy Combs, accusing him of refusing to honor his commitments. Sounds about right when it comes to him, right? But anyway, the story is rapper turned mogul Sean Diddy Combs has been dumped by longtime business partner Diageo, with the drinks giant accusing him of using threats and acting in bad faith to get his own way. Diageo North America first said it was breaking off its business relationship with Combs weeks after the musician filed a lawsuit alleging the firm had racially discriminated against and neglected his vodka and tequila brands. In 2014, Combs and Diageo entered a joint venture to buy high-end tequila brand DeLeon, with each party owning 50% of the ultra-premium drink. Some varieties of DeLeon can cost in excess of $1,000 per bottle. Combs' working relationship with Diageo had begun 7 years prior when the rapper helped the company promote its Ciroc vodka brand. By the time the two parties entered into their joint venture, Combs had reportedly helped lift Ciroc sales 40-fold. So based on that information, it really sounds like he was nothing more than a brand ambassador and a sponsor, and not a true, genuine owner of the Ciroc brand. So speaking of being a sponsor, I'm just going to play a little clip from my sponsor, and then we'll continue with this conversation.
If you're like me and you love roses, then this definitely is for you. I'm excited to be partnering up with Rose Forever. Rose Forever is a New York-based brand launched in 2019. They design luxurious rose boxes and natural roses that will last for at least a year, as if they're being freshly picked. They use natural oils to preserve the roses, and the bouquets are handcrafted by professional artisans. All of the materials they use to cover the boxes are vegan, even the pink suede and black velvet. Their preserved roses in special colors such as violet, black, and even royal blue are created through a natural process of pigmentation to keep the rich, intense shades and are allergen-free. There is an enormous choice of rose colors to choose from, and the box shapes or materials as well, so you just have to find your own perfect combination for your desired design. They've developed multiple design options due to customers' feedback and would love for you to try them out. I love the choice that I have. I have the roses in violet. It's like a lavender color. It's perfect because I absolutely love purple. So if you would like to try them out, there's so many choices to choose from. Go to the link in the description box to the website and put in the discount code HONEST20. That's the word honest and the numbers 20 to get $20 off of your purchase. And let me know that you got yours because I absolutely love mine. They are perfect for gifts, and I'm definitely going to be ordering more for my business locations because who doesn't love roses that are going to last for a year? So no more purchasing roses for a week and dumping them in the trash. So go ahead and purchase your Forever Roses today.
All right, so In a statement emailed to Fortune, a Diageo spokesperson said the company had chosen to part ways with Combs for several reasons, including that he had repeatedly undermined our partnerships and threatened to publicly defame Diageo if we did not meet his unreasonable financial demands. And I don't know why, but I believe that. I don't believe this company has any reason to lie about that. It continues, we are saddened that Mr. Combs has chosen to recast a business dispute as anything other than that and chosen to damage a productive and valued partnership. The firm's representative said, Mr. Combs' bad faith actions have clearly breached his contracts and left us no choice but to move to dismiss his baseless complaint and end our business relationship. So it sounds like he got his panties in a bunch. He was being unreasonable with demands that he wanted. And they're just like, you know what? You haven't even fulfilled your end of the deal. So why are we going to continue this? You've made over $1 billion being the glorified brand ambassador for this brand over the years. And now this is what you do. Okay, fine. We're done with you. That's what it sounds like to me. You can let me know your thoughts in the comment section. But they added that following Combs' lawsuit against Diageo, the company sees no other path forward. They say they have exhausted every reasonable remedy. The company insisted that it believes strongly in the Ciroc and DeLeon brands and added that it had tried for years to salvage the broken relationship with Mr. Combs. We funded the purchase of DeLeon for the joint venture and proceeded to invest more than $100 million to grow the brand, the Diageo spokesperson said. The spokesperson also claimed that Combs had made nearly $1 billion over the course of the 15-year relationship, but has contributed just $1,000 to the venture, refusing to honor any further commitments. Now, listen, that's a deal that I can get into because God knows as a business owner, I put so much money into my business. No one's funding me and no one's giving me any money. I don't have a joint venture. I don't have any business partners. But that sounds like a heck of a business deal for someone to make over $1 billion and all they did was put in 1,000 and the other party put in more than 100 million. 100 million and he put in $1,000. This nigga is cheap. Listen, this explains so much about him. He's like those kids, he's like those, not little kids, but teenagers or even adults who have their own money and they blow their money on stuff that they want. And then when it comes to what they need to pay their bills, they go to other people and say they need money. They ask for money to pay their bills, but they blow their money on what they want. He sounds like that type of person to me. So representatives for Combs did not respond to Fortune's request for comment. Yeah, no comment because it's the truth. So in his legal action against Diageo, Combs accused the firm, which owns a slew of brands, including Johnnie Walker, Guinness, and Smirnoff, of being unwilling to treat its black partners equally. Listen, it sounds like they gave you so much. They invested over $100 million. You made over $1 billion and you only put in $1,000. Listen, you have the nerve to talk about black partners being treated equally. That sounds like they gave you so much than they would have given any other. I don't care if they were not black or African American or an African descendant of a slave. Look, it's ridiculous. So it says, rather than equal treatment, Diageo has treated Mr. Combs and his brands worse than others because he is black, Combs' lawyer said in the legal filing earlier this month. Diageo has typecast Ciroc and DeLeon, apparently deciding they are black brands that should be targeted only to urban consumers. They added that Combs planned to seek billions of dollars in damages due to Diageo's neglect and breaches in a separate lawsuit. Really? Yeah, that seems really strange to me that he could make that much money and he only put in $1,000 and he's claiming that he wasn't treated fairly. I don't see him winning this situation. And I know sometimes in court, it really is the luck of the draw. It depends on who your attorney is. And, it sounds like he may have found a good attorney to represent him Sometimes the attorney may not be great and they know, well, I'm going to get my money either way because I'm going to get my money out of these legal fees. So yeah, I'll go ahead and file a lawsuit on your behalf. But doesn't mean you're going to win in court. So he claimed the alcohol giant Diageo regularly referred to his Ciroc vodka and DeLeon tequila as urban brands. But listen, you agreed to it. If you didn't like it, why didn't you say that over the past 15 years when you were making the money that you were making? So now when they've decided to cut ties with you because you had the nerve and the audacity to kick up dust and start complaining now, and they cut ties with you because of that, now you're going to say that I don't like the fact that they refer to Ciroc and DeLeon tequila as urban brands. Well, if it's the truth, it's the truth. And I don't really respect him or almost anyone that would be who they are as an African American and they are promoting liquor to the African American community, because that's who he was targeting them. He was promoting it to the African American community. So now you want to say that they were targeting that community and they labeled it as an urban brand? What stopped him as the brand ambassador and as the marketer himself? What stopped him from promoting it towards more communities, shall we say? So he's mentioning that they even developed a watermelon flavored version of DeLeon over his objections. Okay, according to a new unredacted version of the lawsuit against the liquor company. But yet, again, like I said, I don't respect people like him who are promoting liquor to the African American community, knowing the damage that alcohol in itself does to many African American communities. It's terrible. It's a legal drug, but it's a drug nonetheless. And yeah, you can put at the end of the commercial, drink responsibly, or if it's a print ad, you could put it down at the bottom, drink responsibly. But yet you're not showing people who are strung out on this stuff. I know people who have had alcohol issues. It is not a pretty sight. People who have, they've drunk so much that they've wanted to harm themselves. This stuff is not good. It's not. Many people cannot control their alcohol intake because of all of the stuff that they have gone through in their lives, especially people in the African American community, because they go through so much. So you target this bullcrap towards them to be something to take them out of what they're going through, but it doesn't make things better. It only makes things worse. This stuff is horrible. He doesn't deserve a dime from this lawsuit. He didn't deserve any of the money that he even got from the deal, because he made over $1 billion just from this. And it's asinine for these, Forbes, these companies that will make these lists of billionaires, and to label people like him and Jay-Z and Kanye West as billionaires, even if they may not be that anymore based on stuff that they have experienced since they were listed there. But to label them as, Black music billionaires when they didn't make their billions off of music. It may be hard for many people who have been in music to make billions off of music. I get it, but oh well, you've become a billionaire off of alcohol. I respect Kanye West more for the billions that he made, but don't label him as a music billionaire because he didn't make the billions from the music. But I don't believe Kanye West did anything with alcohol or with liquor. He may have did it with some ugly clothes and shoes, but he's done it with things that would be more ethical, whether you agree with spending $2,000-$3,000 on some shoes and some clothes. I wouldn't, but I'm just saying, at least it's not killing anyone. This alcohol that they are out here, him and Jay-Z, it's just really horrible. So for him to have the audacity to accuse his company of racism and discrimination, you made so much money off of this. You don't deserve a dime. I hope the lawsuit gets dismissed. I hope it gets thrown out. But even if it makes it all the way through the court system, I hope and pray this company does not settle with him, because I believe that is his intents and aims is for them to settle with him so that he can get at least some more money. Because a lot of times these lawsuits, they don't make it to the courts and they will just wind up settling out of court. I believe that is his end goal, is for them to settle with him. I hope they don't. And I hope the lawsuit goes through the court system, and I hope he loses. I really do. For him to say they developed a watermelon flavored version, he's trying to use that racist trope about black people eating chicken, fried chicken and watermelon. Shoot, Beyonce sang about it in her drunken love song. I've been drinking watermelon. Like, this isn't anything new. You didn't say anything about it back then, but now you want to bring it up in 2023. Okay, whatever. I could share more, but I won't, because I really didn't even expect to get as emotional as I did talking about this. But when I saw this story, it just really infuriated me, because for him to have the audacity, the unmitigated gall to try to bring up racism and discrimination when it comes to this, when you have profited so much. You were never the owner of this stuff. You were a glorified brand ambassador. They were allowing him, I should say, to push it off as his product, his brand. But all he was a glorified brand ambassador, a social media influencer. Granted, a well-paid one, but the company allowed you to profit. You made billions over the 15 years. You put in $1,000 and they put in $100 million. That doesn't sound like a business partnership to me. It sounds like a glorified brand ambassador. That's it. Business partners, if one's putting in 100 million, you better believe another one might be putting in 50 million, if not the exact equal amount. But $1,000, like, what were they going to do? Wipe their ass with those $1,000? Like, that is just really ridiculous. He profited greatly, just like he did off of the backs and the hard work, sweat equity of his artists, where he has kept their masters. Mace has been trying to get his masters, and just so many other people that he's done wrong in music. He would never have been able to become a billionaire off of the music. He's done well off of it. Absolutely no doubt about that. But this had just catapulted him, because prior to this deal with this liquor brand, no one was calling him a billionaire. And it's not one hop, skip, and a jump from being a millionaire to being a billionaire. That is an absolutely insane amount of money in between those two. And he didn't deserve any of it. So guys, like I said, I'm going to put a link in the description box to Tone Talks' video so you can check that out. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below respectfully. I appreciate you being here, liking and subscribing. I'm Beth, just being beautifully honest. So until the next time, I just wanted to keep it brief, beautiful, and now I'm going to say bye.